Obviously there's going to be a lot of builds to come up. I've still got plenty in the works from before. As for other stuff, I need to get fitter. That's why I'm over here at Cannock today. I'm riding every single day of the year. And apart from that, I would like to maybe try and get a frame building course done, just to see what it's like. Yes, now I do. Simple. I'm actually a lab technician. I used to be a snowboard instructor, I used to be a ski and snowboard tech, and I used to be a photographer as well, ish. Not at the moment. I did see a Kona fire mountain, I think it was, on Facebook the other day that I felt like getting, but no. Good question. So I actually used to be into doing up cars ever since I turned 17 and had my driver's license. Was into cars. So I had multiple Honda Civics 5th gen EGs, built those up, raced them on track a few times, and then when I moved out and into the place that I'm in now, which I've now own, it got a bit expensive, so I thought, why not try doing bikes? There was also the case of I bought a brand new bike. I thought it was good at the time, a Carrera Vulcan XC around 2008. Bought it from Halfords and it kept on, it fell apart kind of. Yeah, I mean the one crank fell off. So I decided to rebuild it completely, strip it all down, spray paint it, build it up from there into a bit of a better machine, and that was in 2010. None of that's recorded or anything. It was way before I started doing this. And yeah, I guess it sat for a few years. Then the cars got too expensive, and then bikes got really expensive. I don't know actually. One of the favourite bikes I've built, as in from start to finish, seeing the transformation, has probably been the Rally Avanti, the Team Banana sort of spec one. That was probably one of the best ones that I've had. Getting it stripped, spray painting it up and doing all that, although the 753 is turning out to be just as good, if not better. Again, it's tough to pick. I have the Zascar inside, I don't want it in the garage, and I stare at that thing every day. I love the way it looks. I haven't properly had a chance to get out and ride it yet, but I stare at it, love its looks. Riding rise, retro rise, probably KHS, the Montana Comp. It was a bargain bike. It had a baptism by fire, and it's never really let me down. I've raced on it, so I think that is my favourite one to ride out of the retro ones. Other than that, I've had a lot of fun on my Saracen Mantra 2017 carbon hardtail. It doesn't get used as often as I'd like to at the moment. I've got my Specialized full sus with me today, so maybe this year I can get some more rides on it, do some more long distance rides on that, because that's a blast. That bike's a blast. I've no idea. I think it might have been, at least one of the first videos I posted was of the 1954 Cloud Butler, which I just put a short 8-minute video together, no talking, no explaining what was going on. But I think that's probably one of the most viewed bike videos on the channel. At the moment, not enough. Obviously work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and over the winter it's dark when I leave, dark when I get back. I don't get to go out in the garage, got no power. So at the moment it's only the weekends. I might get 1 day a week, 2 days if I'm feeling good. In the summer it's a little bit more because I can do stuff in the evening, but it might be a day a week that I spend on it. Apart from finishing off the BSA and redoing the Norman, doing the Sun Rally Blue Streak, a Norman Rapide. Oh, I forgot the Sprite. Sprite as well. The Viking. Thing about the Viking, I posted that a while ago, got it for £50 off Facebook. I had to kind of track down what it was, but I got it powder coated at that time, and when it came back, a heck of a lot of rust fell out of it, like big chunks. So I need to actually get that stripped back again to investigate what was going on underneath the paint, some of the paint over the top, because it doesn't look good. It didn't. The amount of rust that came out did not look good. I don't actually think I really have a favourite brand. At the moment I am sort of collecting more of the KHS, more of the off-road. I like those bikes. I like them at the moment. I keep somewhere. I try and find a space for them, but if not, I do sell them. So let's say the adjustable wrench. No. Oh, I know. Favourite tool is the blowtorch. Blowtorch solves everything. Most difficult parts to source. It's gonna be those original ones that you're looking for a build, like for the Kona, the specific race face turbine cranks. They were available, but finding them in good condition was another thing. So if you're looking for specific vintage parts, they're always difficult. At the moment, the unobtainium most difficult parts found in the world are 26 by 1¼ inch tyres. That is for a vintage sort of club bike, not for a mountain bike. 26. Honestly, going back to the favourite tool, burning stuff, freeing stuff up, it's annoying, like a hell of annoying, but it's so satisfying when you finally break it free. So using the blowtorch, using other different methods, I think trying to free stuff up like that is probably one of the most satisfying. But then again, I'm loving spraying at the moment. There's a crow looking at me in the tree. Probably an older bike, you're gonna end up getting it cheaper. It's probably gonna work out cheaper in the long run. This one behind me was brand new, and as much as you want it to be fault free, literally as soon as I got this out of the box, apparently set up by, I think I got this off Treads, the dropper post didn't work, it wouldn't activate, so I had to fix that on the first ride. I didn't check it before, stupidly, and yeah, it's got a few niggles on it, so with an old bike I can work those out before even riding it. I should have checked it before. I think they're great. I think the early 90s mountain bikes, they were a great base for a lot of things, whether you want to use it as a mountain bike, ridge mountain bike, and just blast around it as it was intended, convert it to a bike packing gravel bike. Yeah, I think they're they're great base for a lot of different things. There's a lot of parts for them still, there's a lot of choice in tyres. Stuff, I guess, is going to be a little bit cheaper. When you look at the price of like a 7 or 8 speed drivetrain compared to a 11 speed, 12 speed, then yeah, your quid's in. Let's go back to fire. It's always going to be fire. In terms of mountain bikes, on my list at the moment, I do want a Yeti, an E-Stay Yeti, so a 1990, something like that, Yeti Ultimate. I kind of want a Sake Lightage, and they just look cool. I do want to get a specialised FRS, FSR, like 1993, 1994, something like that. The S-Works would be awesome to compare it to this one. I know that's a stumpy, but it'll be interesting to see the difference. Depends what you want from them. If you're going for all-out performance, then they probably are. If you're going to be racing on it and all that jazz, the higher end stuff is going to be, in theory, a little bit more reliable, but I think a lot of the time it's down to shaving weight out of it to try and get a bit more performance, different materials in it, I think. So it depends what you want it for. If you're just going for, you know, a regular build or a commuting build, something like that, a trekking build, then yeah, maybe the lower end or the mid-tier. I think mid-tier would be a good stuff to aim for. The low stuff, probably not. I mean, the one bike I wouldn't give up is my granddad's. I've got his 1935 France Sport. I've never seen another one. It was one of my first kind of restorations, and I kind of hate the way I did it, but it's his bike and I couldn't give it up. It would probably mean I'd have to walk everywhere if I wasn't allowed another one, but there it is. Depends who you ask. Some people hate that I've powder coated bikes in the past, especially, you know, the vintage road bikes. Absolutely hate that. Others hate that the fixed gear that I've got at the moment, turn that road bike into a fixed gear, chucking splatter paint on it, and yeah, people hated that as well. So probably those two. I've already got into the fixing bikes thing, but going into YouTube was kind of just a progression from doing the vlog, the blog, just the written one. I was doing some of them, and then the kind of progression was just to go into YouTube. That's about it, really. Have they ever gone away, really? Have they ever gone away? I mean, this one behind me is 29er. I love it that it can just roll over stuff and it's fast rolling, but the 26 was a lot more nimble, in my opinion. So yeah, I don't think they'll ever go away completely, but it would be nice to see more new bikes. So no, I would never be able to do this for a living. I'd go bankrupt within a month. So I obviously do a bit of snowboarding. Been doing that for a while. I obviously enjoy tinkering with stuff. So there's been the cars, there's been DIY, stuff like that. And the other thing that I do a few times a week is gaming. I've had, you know, like a PlayStation since the original one, and it's gone up to PC gaming now. So yeah, I play a bit of PC gaming. The lads at work play PC as well, so we all just go on together a few times a week and just, you know, have a gaming session, and you know, maybe a bit of running as well, of course. The old bikes are tough to sell, and I know people making a living on it somewhere, but there's probably a lot to subsidise that as well. So stuff isn't really selling at the moment. It's hard work, but we love it, don't we? I got way too cold sitting there. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this ride today. Hopefully I've answered a few of your questions. Maybe I'll do it again. But I'm gonna head home, grab a cup of coffee, maybe some cake if I've got some, and I'll see you in the next one.